Welcome. We back again, once again, time and time again, my friends. And where do we leave off? I think it was down, 4R. Yes, I'm a loser. But like I said, this is my progression. This is my journal. So we're going through it, and I'm really just reliving these memories back again, man, because it's a different time in my trading that I was at. Now, on that same token, don't get it twisted. We started counting with the losses. So this isn't from the beginning. And my channel is like a book. So obviously it is a journal, so it is a book. So you should start from the beginning and see the progressions and the way that I've worked through and where I've gotten to where we are today in the videos. And not only that, to where we lead up to where I currently am eventually down the road. You know what I mean? We'll make our way to present day one day. And that's the whole journey. That's the journal. That's the book. So if you haven't, I recommend you, please start from the beginning. Just please. It will make it so much better when you get to this point, because it is a good feeling for me. If you have been following along and watching the videos, engaging, dropping some likes, doing whatever, I really appreciate that as well. You should follow along. So don't get it twisted, because if I go back and count all these videos, because there's multiple wins, there's 8Rs, 10Rs, 12Rs, compounded trades, there's losses of course, but there's so much more wins than these 4R that we're at now and what we're currently getting ready to go through. So I don't want you to get that mixed up, but I might go back and do that. Or somebody wants to do that for me, go back and count up all the percentages that we are up to date and give me an accurate count. Probably be at like 26 or something, 26 are up, something crazy. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, if you want to do that, I would pay you, because that would take a lot of time. Time is money. So yeah, let me know. Drop me a comment down below if you want to do that. We'll talk something out, get behind the chat, do some little DMs or something. Let's continue going on, man. And this is probably gonna be how we're gonna do it from now on. So it's gonna kind of be a reaction video to myself, if that makes sense. But I got plenty to go through. This is the first one.
Welcome. Guys, I felt like this would be probably more beneficial since we all are on different schedules. Maybe I should do just maybe a video update of the pairs that I'm looking at for the next day for the market watch list, to update that, and as well, instead of holding a Zoom call that not everyone can get on to ask specific questions if need be, I can just generally do a broad overview. Everyone can grasp the concepts and you can understand and know what pairs are on the watch list for the next day. As well, this will also give you an update or insight as to when days like today where we do not take a trade, as to why. I'm simply going to go through that now. Let's get into it. So we had USD.
So I just explained why I'm doing these videos. I'm always going to give the why, man. That's really so important. I really think that that is the most important thing, is the why behind everything. So people can understand and not only learn why, but they can make their own judgment going forward and being able to use the information for themselves. So yeah, I think that's all I do, is just explain why to a lot of things. That's how we got here. So let's hop right into it. Let's get back.
PLN on the watch list for today. All I was looking for was market to break structure to the upside. Simply did not get that break of resistance. This break of structure resistance, and here it came, retested it, did not break above it. Once it did break above it, we would probably had good confirmations for price to continue higher. But since we did not get a break and close above that, we did not enter. USD Turkish Lira as well was on watch list for today. We were waiting for a pullback, waiting for a retest, a little exhaustion to come back and trigger us in. That did not happen. We had some sort of manipulation candle in here that did not provide an entry for us. So with these two pairs that we're on from today, we will remove those two pairs. That is the reason why we didn't trade today, and that was what I was looking for before I entered into a trade. But for the next day, for tomorrow, what are we looking at? GBP USD. Now keep in mind that correlated pairs, you either want to pick one of the correlated pairs or split the risks. So say you risk 1% on average for every trade, since these are correlated pairs. Also the ZAR, so Euro ZAR and USD ZAR, is as well correlated with GBP USD and USD ZAR and USD Mexican Peso, I'm sorry. But they are correlated because of the USD pair and as well as the ZAR pair. So when you are choosing this, you can either split the risk. So instead of risking a full 1% on any trade, risk 0.5% on one and 0.5% on the other, or you either pick one of the other pairs to trade. So GBP USD looking for a little break of.
I hope you understood that. I hope you grasped that concept. If you're trading correlated pairs are any two pairs that have one of the same currencies in them. So GBP USD, Euro USD, they're correlated. They're going to tend to move the same. If you are trading both of those pairs, you should not trade them fully. So if you risk your normal risk, say it's 1%, like I trade. So let's use me for example. I trade 1% on my trades. If I'm trading GBP USD and Euro USD, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 0.5% on GBP and 0.5% on Euro USD. And that way it equals out to my 1R, my 1% that I'm risking. So I'm not going to put 1R on both of them because now I'm risking 2% or 2R on a currency pair or two currency pairs that might tend to do the same thing. So if one loses, more than likely the other one's going to lose for me. So that's what I mean when I say split the risk. Or you just trade one or the other. So say you just look at one and one is setting up better than the other. Say GBP looks a little cleaner than Euro USD. I might trade Euro or GBP over Euro USD. So, and use a full 1R on GBP USD.
Structure resistance right in here before we continue to the downside. Next up, Euro ZAR. Euro ZAR looking for a break of resistance before we continue to the upside. Dollar ZAR, same thing, looking for a break of resistance before we continue to the upside. This is previous structure resistance or structure support. This is previous structure support, and then once broken to the downside should act as structure resistance. We want to see that broken and then acting as structure support once again. USD Mexican peso, sort of the same thing. If we do get some type of movement in here, what I'm expecting is something like this before we get long. So those are the 4 pairs that are on the watch list for tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Hope everyone's having a good day.
I didn't know how to end it. That was the first one. That was my first time giving out the watch list. Now, mind you, look at how early in advance my strategy works. We're doing this the day before. So this is like market close. The day I'm doing this at market close, preparing for the next day, for the trades for the next day. This is how you swing trade. This is what my strategies provide. Also, I want to point out, did you see how the first 2 pairs in the beginning, they didn't set up. They didn't give me the opportunity. So guess what? We didn't trade. I needed to see break of structure, which is in the strategy. I need to see confirmations that are giving me what I think are the best probabilities for me to win my trade. I need to start seeing those confluences, and if not, then I don't trade. I look for a new pair. Because then look, we have 4 more opportunities that might provide an opportunity for tomorrow. So that was the first one. Not really too bad. I think you can see that I'm talking about the same things that I make videos on every single time I make a video. It's the same consistent things over and over and over. Nothing too complicated, keeping it simple, structure, and multi-time frame analysis to find the correct opportunities where the probabilities are in your favor. I want to see what the next video, I want to go to the next video so bad, but yeah, that'll be part 2. So we're going through this. This is my trading journal. These are the signals I was sending out. Let's start counting up what I made in my signals. Somebody start counting up all the videos that they do. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna probably count them up as well. If somebody wants to do that for me, remember, I might throw something your way. Might give you a little dollars. But that's it, man. We're gonna dip out on that. I hope you're having a profitable day on and off the charts. And until next time, stay tuned for part 2. Yeah.